I just had a conversation with a guy who he and his wife were my adoptive parents when I moved down here to Tulsa, Oklahoma from New York. Imagine the kind of move that was. It was quite something, to say the least. Anyway, when I moved down here, I moved like an hour and a half away from where I was supposed to be. I moved to Edmond, and all of my work and things I had to do with church and everything was in Tulsa, an hour and a half away. So you can imagine what that did for gas, and they have unbelievable tolls here in Tulsa and everything. And so when I would come up during the week for school and church and whatnot, I didn't have the money to pay the hour and a half drives worth of gas to get back to Edmond. So I would just stay up for the rest of the day until I was done with what I had to do in Tulsa. And him and his wife became like my adopted parents. They literally took in the homeless because I had nowhere to go, because I didn't know anyone. I came out here all by myself, me and my brother, and all of his stuff was in Oklahoma City, and so he had nothing in Tulsa. So I was pretty much all on my own for a long time out here in Tulsa. And so they took me in when I got here in 2015. And so we were talking about things today as I was wrapping up work, and I'm like, yeah, we go back a long way, sir. You knew me when I was like 25 years old, and here I am 28. And he's a very funny guy. To know him is to love him. He is a very funny guy, phenomenal businessman, and he really just is a character all around. And he looked at me, he's like, you've come a long way. You were a hot mess when I first met you, and both of us just fell out laughing because it was hysterical. And you know what? I realized that he was 100% right, and he was 100% true about that. I had come a long way. I didn't take it personally. I wasn't offended. I didn't internalize it. I didn't feel bad about it. I was able to celebrate how far I had come, and I was able to appreciate the fact that someone else was able to see my progress. I say that to say to you, I'm all about personal development. I'm all about growth and improving on yourself and identifying the weak spots in your life that need to be shored up, and identifying the things in your life that need to be perfected or corrected or removed or just plain old eliminated, and constantly self-evaluating yourself. I always emphasize the importance of self-awareness, understanding who you are, where you are, and why you do what you do. And with all of that being said, I think it's really important for you to celebrate your progress, because if you just look back in the last 5 years, the last 3 years, or even the last year, you really have come a long way. You may not be where you feel like you want to be right now, but you are a whole lot further than you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, and even a year ago. You are making progress. You're smarter than you were. You're more resilient than you were. And if nothing else, you have learned and know more than you did before. So celebrate your progress. Celebrate the journey.